The Mondrian Effect. Dr. Eliza Chen stood before the massive canvas, her eyes tracing the bold lines and primary colors that had captivated the art world for nearly a century. Piet Mondrian's composition with red, blue, and yellow hung before her, its seemingly simple geometry belying the awe-inspiring complexity of its impact on the human mind. As the lead researcher on Project Synesthesia, Eliza had spent years studying the neurological effects of art on the human brain. But this was different. She adjusted the delicate senses on her temples, double-checking the connection to the quantum computer humming softly behind her. "Are you ready, Dr. Chen?" Her assistant's voice crackled through the earpiece. Eliza took a deep breath. Initiating neural interface in 3, 2, 1. The world around her blurred, and colors swirled and merged until she could see the painting. As her consciousness synced with the quantum AI, she felt pulled into the canvas, where the black lines became roads and the colored blocks transformed into vast abstract landscapes. She stood on a gleaming obsidian path, a sea of white stretching endlessly to her left, a towering crimson wall rising to her right. The silence was absolute, broken only by the whisper of her breath. "Fascinating," Eliza murmured, her words echoing in the empty expanse. "The AI is interpreting Mondrian's work as a three-dimensional space." She began to walk, her footsteps soundless on the black path. As she moved, the landscape shifted subtly, blocks of color sliding into new configurations like a grand cosmic puzzle. In the distance, a figure appeared, a man in a crisp suit, his features indistinct save for a pair of round spectacles. He raised a hand in greeting as Eliza approached. "Piet Mondrian, I presume?" Eliza called out, her scientific skepticism warring with the impossible reality before her. The figure nodded, a smile playing at the corners of his mouth. "And you, my dear, are an anomaly. A visitor from another time, perhaps." Eliza's mind raced. Was this a manifestation of the AI? A figment of her imagination? Or something more? "I'm Dr. Eliza Chen," she said, deciding honesty was the best approach. "I'm here to study your work, to understand its impact on the human mind." Mondrian, or the entity presenting itself as Mondrian, gestured to the world around them. "And what do you see, Dr. Chen?" Eliza looked around, taking in the stark beauty of the geometric landscape. "I see balance. Harmony. A perfect equilibrium between form and color." The artist nodded approvingly. "Yes, but look deeper. What lies beneath the surface?" As if triggered by his words, the world began to change. The solid blocks of color fractured, revealing intricate patterns beneath, swirling fractals, pulsing light networks, cascading strings of binary code. Eliza gasped. It's a representation of the universe itself. The fundamental structures of reality." Mondrian smiled enigmatically. "Art is never just about what you see on the canvas, Dr. Chen. It's a window into the very fabric of existence." As they walked, Mondrian explained how he had sought to distill the visual world to its purest essence, to create a universal language of form and color. But in doing so, he had inadvertently tapped into something far more significant. "Each painting is a portal," he said, his voice tinged with wonder. "A gateway to understanding the hidden rhythms of the cosmos." They came to a junction where the black path split, with one branch leading into a sea of vibrant blue, and the other disappearing into a soft yellow haze. "You have a choice to make, Dr. Chen," Mondrian said, his form fading. "Continue your scientific exploration, or embrace the mystery. Remember, true understanding lies not in dissection but in experience." With that, he vanished, leaving Eliza alone at the crossroads. She stood there, torn between her scientific instincts and the allure of the unknown. The blue path represented logic, reason, and the familiar territory of her research. The yellow was uncharted territory, a journey into the subjective realm of art and emotion. Eliza closed her eyes, took a deep breath, and stepped onto the yellow path. Instantly, the world exploded into a riot of color and sensation. She felt music in her bones, tasted light on her tongue, and saw sounds painting the air around her. The boundaries between senses dissolved, and for one transcendent moment Eliza understood. Art wasn't just a visual experience. It was a key to unlocking the human mind's hidden potential, a tool for expanding consciousness and bridging the gap between the tangible and the ineffable. With a gasp, Eliza found herself in the museum, the Mondrian painting hanging serenely before her. She stumbled and steadied herself against the wall as her assistant rushed to her side. "Dr. Chen, are you all right? You were in a trance-like state for hours. The readings we got were off the charts." Eliza nodded, her mind still reeling from the experience. She looked at the painting with new eyes, seeing not just lines and colors but doorways to infinite possibilities. "Prepare a press conference," she said, her voice hoarse but filled with excitement. "We're about to revolutionize both art theory and neuroscience." Eliza's team published their findings in the following weeks, sending shockwaves to scientific and artistic communities. They demonstrated how particular works of art could activate dormant neural pathways, enhancing cognitive function, and even facilitating brief moments of expanded consciousness, sparking intrigue and a thirst for more knowledge. Museums worldwide began collaborating with neuroscientists, curating exhibitions designed to stimulate specific brain states. Art therapy, now with new dimensions, used Mondrian-inspired virtual reality environments to treat everything from depression to chronic pain, offering a beacon of hope and inspiration. As for Eliza, she always remembered her journey through Mondrian's world. She continued her research and took up painting, her canvases filled with bold lines and primary colors. And sometimes, in the quiet of her studio, she could swear she heard a familiar voice whispering, "Remember, true understanding lies not in dissection but in experience." Eliza would smile, pick up her brush, and once again step into the infinite canvas of possibility that Mondrian had revealed. At that moment she was both a scientist and artist, explorer and creator, a bridge between worlds, just like the painting that had started it all.